Can we not pander to voters by talking to them in Spanish? You know, they got English translation. They also have a whole Telemundo channel. Let me be clear. I like that we're taking second languages seriously. I like that we're taking Latino voters seriously. But it's not taking them seriously to speak your gringo Spanish, Beto O'Rourke, nor Cory Booker to try and raise his gringo Spanish and raise him a Rosetta Stone because you only speak about 12 words. Just speak English. English-speaking voters love ideas, and so do Spanish-speaking voters. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to how we feel about immigration, what we're going to do about bringing families together, what we're going to do about education and the economy, not about talking to them in language that they understand, okay? Let's get started. Café Nick?
Muy bien.
Sí.
Sí.
Say it again.
Hola, amigos. That's how Corey was yesterday. I was like, what are y'all doing?
You said black coffee starts now in Spanish. You got to say it again.
I will do it again later.
All right.
Okay.
That was good.
That was good. That was good.
It's better than theirs last night.
Yes, it was.
Definitely.
Yes,
They
it
were a
was.
little stiff.
Exactly.
Still
A little stiff. But you know what? I should read the prompter. Welcome to BET's Black Coffee. I'm Marc Lamont Hill. I'm joined by the legendary Gia Peppers.
Ooh, legendary.
Oh, yes,
I like that. I
And Jameer Pond is here.
No, you say something nice to me.
It's coming. It's coming. By the end of the week, I got something for you.
Jimmy,
But
you can't just be just.
I'm about to throw a pillow at him.
today on the show, we have a superhero in stilettos. She is a fashion and style expert. No, icon. She is a TV personality. She's a Sirius XM radio host.
It's true.
And she will be, she's very humble too, and she will be a featured speaker at the legendary Essence Festival next month. Please welcome to the show, the incomparable Bevy Smith.
Oh, thank you. Okay, can I just tell you guys, as soon as I read that this was happening, I was like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this.
Yes.
I hit him up. I actually had the old-timey wrong number, so he never got it. And then, of course, our girl Rhonda was like, do you want to come? I was like, oh my God, I would love to. And so now I'm here.
Yeah.
Excited, and it's on my day off.
Yeah. Whoa, that's major.
It's major.
Yes, 'cause you
And
could
my
be
phone
asleep.
ain't working, so I'm flummoxed, but I'm here.
Why your phone ain't working?
Huh? Flummoxed.
Flummox.
That's impressive. What's wrong with your phone?
I was washing my face,
Oh,
dropped
Lord.
in the little sink.
Oh,
It's a 10, so it's supposed to be waterproof, but apparently not so much.
Okay. See, my phone sometimes it works like that, but I don't pay the bill.
All right, so then, yeah.
And no, all jokes aside, like I still forget to pay the bill until they tell me you're being rerouted to Verizon,
yeah.
and then I pay it once a month.
Yeah.
It's trifling. I
I
have
think
the
that
money.
was
I'm not
payable.
broke.
Like literally, why don't you just get the automatic thing?
I don't like it.
Because I'm black and I'm scared that at some point the direct deposit ain't going or the direct withdrawal ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because something going to happen in my life.
Right, exactly.
So some cousin going to need some emergency funds.
Okay.
And so I'm still scared. So I do that. It's a poor people
Set
habit.
a reminder on your phone.
You know what? I will.
Look at you, so modern.
We got to
And
use
we thank
technology.
You gotta use
Yeah.
technology.
Technology.
And so do you. Remember to use the
Technology.
hashtag Black Coffee Live to sound off with today's show. And we really want to hear from you on today's question of the day, which is, who was the biggest loser in the Democratic debate? We'll be reading your comments throughout the show, right? The Spanish language.
Spanish Arnold
But before we talk
Schwarzenegger.
about, I was looking this morning, Beyonce was trending, and I didn't quite understand why. And I love Beyonce. Shout out to the Hive. No problems.
None.
We'll take that.
What's going on?
Basically, Beyonce
Oh, yes.
had
Showed all the inches,
you know what I'm
darling.
saying? She had her hair out, her real hair, and you can't see her face in the video. Basically, there's a viral video going around of Beyonce getting her hair combed by Mama Tina, and her hair is to her butt. Her real hair is to her butt. But what was cute about it was Beyonce's mom was saying like all natural and being very like mommy annoying.
Yeah.
And Beyonce was like, Mom, could you stop? Like, you being really annoying.
Yeah.
And what was cute about it was that she still gets her hair trimmed by her mom.
Yeah.
Like, at like 36, 37 or whatever.
And as a multi-millionaire.
It was a multi-millionaire.
Her mom is trimming her hair.
That's
and
love.
what we would assume is the kitchen.
Right.
We like to imagine
Right.
that
It
was
looked
in
like the
kitchen.
kitchen.
Right.
You
Well,
gotta
we
keep under
it
that
doesn't
portion.
really though. But
mean,
we like to
whose
imagine.
kitchen?
Right. You know what I mean?
Real
Their
life.
kitchen could look like a state-of-the-art
Right.
facility. Who
Right.
knows what
Exactly.
their
Bigger than
kitchen
the
looks like?
studio. It's like
Right.
bigger than-
Right.
right.
But what was dope is that like as black women know, our hair usually starts in care of our mother.
Yes.
So it's so beautiful to see that touching moment between them. And you know, they're regular. Like Beyonce can get her hair done by anybody.
Right.
But she
Yes.
still says, you know what, Mama, come on in. I need a trim. Or her mom probably was like, girl, you need a trim. Come
Yes.
here. Like, you know,
Yes.
so that's so cute.
I think That's why I really enjoyed the video, because it's like Beyonce does regular things like
Right.
everybody else. Like she takes off her cape sometimes, and just like super regular.
And she takes off her protective style sometimes.
Yes, and super regular.
And then has inches upon inches upon inches.
Right.
You know, because you know size does matter. Length matters.
Hear that, Mark?
I'm good.
Oh, okay, all right, just saying. Hair.
I know this is what we talking about.
The morning show guy.
Guys,
Exactly.
It's too early for this.
You're
But you know what it's
preposterous.
never
I'm just
too
drinking black
early
coffee.
for? You know what it's never too early for?
What?
A game. And we want to play a game with you, Bevy, since you are here and our honored, esteemed co-host guest today, special guest. So we have this game called Would You Rather.
Okay.
And basically, it's this or that. You let us know out of the two options what you would rather do.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? There's some tough
Kinda,
questions
Jameer.
on here.
I'm kinda, okay.
Okay.
She's okay. So
Okay.
first up is, would you rather binge watch Love and Hip Hop reruns or rewatch the Aaliyah Lifetime biopic?
Yikes. Oh my God.
How much time do I have on that?
Oh.
Why not? You know what I would rather watch? I would rather watch a stage adaptation that would be a fusion of the two. Really?
That-
Wow.
I like that.
Off Broadway?
You
Way off Broadway.
We're talking
In Brooklyn.
chitlin circuit.
Right.
We're talking chitlin circuit.
Juniors.
We're talking about
Behind Juniors.
Chattanooga. Yeah, we're talking about like Chattanooga style or
Shout
something.
out
Yeah,
to
shout to Chattanooga.
My
by
sister
the
lives
way.
in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather make $1 million selling drugs
Oh, okay.
or do something strange for a little bit of change?
What is
Well,
going on?
because I'm actually okay. Because, you know, there's the Sackler family who did the opioid addiction,
Yes.
the epidemic. They caused that. So they're multi-billionaires.
That's true.
From selling drugs. So
That's
it doesn't mean that you have to be an illegal drug dealer.
That's
And then what was the other option?
Or do something strange, make some change.
Oh, honey, well, you know
Stop
what,
doing
then
something
that's the
strange.
one, because you know what? We've all done more for less.
Well,
Absolutely.
say it
Ooh.
and do it.
Absolutely.
Maybe not Aisha Curry, because she's a nice girl.
That's
but
right.
Most people have done more for less. Ain't that the
I'm
truth,
here.
Jamia? High five.
Okay,
Yep,
the
here you
next
go.
one
Show
is,
did.
would you rather text your ex that I miss you or tell your grandmother about a sex capade you had?
Oh, well, the ex that I miss them.
The
'Cause who
ex.
cares?
Yeah.
So you show up at that door.
Right.
That's cold. That's cold.
What you do?
Here we are.
Here we go.
It's time.
I got a doorman, so
All he getting is
Okay.
tasered.
Don't you
exactly.
let him in. Don't
Do
you
not let him in. They already know. If I ain't expecting nobody, don't even ring my buzzer.
I know that's right.
Okay?
Nice.
I'm always on high
The
alert.
next one is. The next one is, would you rather be 10 years younger or stay your current age forever?
Oh, well, see, the problem is, okay, so let me tell you something. I've had lots of time to think about this, because if I date a young man who's like 10 years younger, he's still a grown-ass man, because I'm
That's true.
52 years old.
And you look
so
good.
So somebody that's 10 years younger is 42. That's still old as
grown man.
Methuselah. So, yeah, I would probably just do what I do at the 52 and because make it all crack and pop.
'Cause you
Because
look good.
it gets greater later.
Oh.
Nope.
It just gets
Thank you
better
for
with
playing in
time.
today's
Yeah.
Would
Thank
You
you.
Rather.
That
You did well.
I know I had such long answers, but.
No,
that's
I
good.
appreciate the explanations
Okay.
because then we can get to know you better.
Exactly.
That Aaliyah off Broadway thing, I don't know.
Right,
about
it's
that.
good.
I don't
Oh, you
know.
didn't like that?
I don't know if I
It's
want
a
to go see
fusion.
it.
I will go
Aaliyah-
see it.
I know you will.
I see every Tyler Perry stage play.
Yes.
I watch everything. I will go see
And
this.
shout out to Tyler because he's working with BET.
Oh, I love Tyler
Shout,
Perry.
yeah.
shout out to Tyler Perry for having a new streaming
Okay.
Yes, BET
situation.
Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry. We keep saying that so we won't get eliminated.
Right, exactly.
wanna
Tyler
be
Perry, we would like to
Right.
be on BET
No,
Plus.
and I tell you something, that Tyler Perry, I've had him on my radio show, Bevelations on Sirius XM.
Yes.
Shameless plug. Several times, and he is the most gracious, generous person. He also has a very good sense of humor.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a kiki and a cackle. I enjoy
Kiki and a
him.
cackle.
He's a kiki and a
I
cackle.
love you. I'm putting that in my
Thank you, Jameer.
repertoire.
Kiki and the cackle.
Kiki
All right, well, last night, there was not a lot of Kiki and cackling. There was, however, a Democratic debate for the 2020 presidential election. It featured 10 candidates on one stage for 2 hours. And tonight, the debates continue with another 10 candidates. Watch this clip from NBC News to see how it went down.
Healthcare is a basic human right, and I will fight for basic human rights.
I am just simply concerned about kicking half of America off of their health insurance in 4 years. I don't think we should conduct foreign policy in our bathrobe at 5 in the morning.
This Democratic Party has to be strong and bold and progressive.
I think the most lingering question for me as I watch the debate and watch the exchanges and watch all the ideas go around was, who the hell are these people? Like, I knew like 3 of them.
Like the cats of the office.
Yeah.
On television, I'm like, who's Kevin? I mean,
But you know what? Your friend Cory Booker took up the most time. He spoke the most out of all the
I
candidates.
believe that. He was
Yeah.
definitely answering every question.
Yeah.
But I have something to say.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
And Bill de Blasio was like second to last as far as speaking time and everything.
Right.
And I think that that's pretty much on par. We don't really want to hear much of what Bill de Blasio says as New Yorkers, and he's our mayor, and we. Yeah.
we still have to pay more for the train.
Right,
Every
exactly.
And it's still late, so I don't really know what she can do for
I don't
me.
know. So I mean, but I like Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
a lot
fan.
of people.
She's surging right now.
Yeah.
I think there was a moment where everybody said, Joe Biden is the guy. Just get out of his way and let him win. And then you saw people slowly chipping at him, which is what happens when you're at the top.
Yeah.
And now you're watching people actually vote their hopes and not their fears. Cory Booker said something that was really important, which is we got to get Trump out of office. He said, but that's a floor, not a ceiling.
Right.
He's right.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't mean
That's
he's
very
the
valid.
ceiling, but
Right.
it means that somebody's the ceiling. Could be him, could be somebody else.
Yeah.
And if Joe Biden wanted you to believe that. Joe Biden doesn't even want to be in these debates. Joe Biden is like, look, I'm only going at Trump. I'm gonna pretend nobody else exists.
Right.
But as Warren surges and you begin to see other people surge, he's going to have to pay attention to everybody.
Sure.
else, too.
And it's dope to see, watching last night's debate, obviously there were some times that got spicy, but Elizabeth Warren stayed her course. She did not care, like if you guys were trying to come, for some of these people up here haven't voted for, she was just like, here's my answer. She did it in the time. She said exactly what she needed to say, and she was empathetic, she was strong, and she was sure of what she had to say. So last night, my winner was Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
I love her.
And then all the men up there doing the mansplaining about women's rights. And then what was that one woman who was like, well, I think I can say that I too vote for women's rights, like, because the men were up there like kind of like all pontificating about how much they care about women's rights. And it's like, well, there's 3 women up there. Like, let's hear from them.
Let's hear from them, exactly.
And then you had speaking of that, just the men mansplaining and pandering. It was a lot. It was a lot of pandering. Like we talked about at the beginning of the show, the Spanglish, or whatever you want to call it, that they were doing. Not necessary.
Yeah,
they did it on Telemundo. You didn't even have to do that.
They
Now
already
couldn't even do it.
translated.
Right. Now they had to stop their job because Spanish
wait a
Arnold
minute.
Schwarzenegger wanted to speak. Cory Booker. I'm just saying.
But
He
you
did
made
sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit.
Yeah, loud.
Atacado.
Biblioteca. Like, come on, you don't need to. Like, what? What are we doing?
But Jameer, I want all of these candidates to do a little pandering to us, as in the Black Americans. I've been saying it on my show that I want everyone to say what they're going to do as far as the Black agenda.
Yeah.
We have an agenda. We've always kind of been swept up into everyone else's agenda because no one wants to name it. And no one wants to really specifically speak to just us. But I think now is the time, I think for this 2020 situation, they have to tell us what their plans are for us.
Yes, I think that's so important, and I think for so long we've been the group that gets taken for granted.
Yes.
Black people gonna vote Democrat anyway, so we don't need to move toward them, and that's what happens. We're called a captured electorate,
Yeah.
We can't go anywhere, so we're just gonna vote. With that, I think what they're losing sight of is 2 things. One, enthusiasm. Black folk may not vote Republican, but we damn sure might stay home.
Right, which is what happened last time around.
Exactly.
So so you
need to energize base.
You need to energize your base, and you need to stop ignoring us, and you do have to have a solid idea around reparations, as in, I vote for them, I believe in them, I want you to have reparations. That's all I want to hear from the people.
And they didn't
And
even
here's the
touch
plan.
last night.
Not last night.
No,
not last night.
And it's really frustrating. Zier Patman is on Facebook and writes in, the losers are in this order: Castro, Booker, Warren,
nope.
O'Rourke, and de Blasio. Wow, that's interesting.
Wow,
I didn't see
that's
that.
interesting.
Julia Kidd said Beto and Volker were the biggest losers. Volker is definitely the loser because I have no idea who that is.
I was about to be like,
Right.
is that the name of a company?
Right.
Moving company.
Beto was getting He was
But you
He was
know
getting
what?
jabbed, especially
Yeah.
against Castro. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think also too, because Beto came out so strong, you know, it was that Vanity Fair piece, but you know, he was on the cover and he was looking like the Marlboro Man, and you know, it was like a road trip,
Right.
and it was such an American. And then they started digging up in the homeboy's past and everything, and found out about the DUIs, and he's acting like he's a hard-scrabble entrepreneur, and his parents actually set him up with the situation.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It was like with Kylie and saying she's self-made.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
trying to profess himself to be a self-made entrepreneur, and it's
Kylie
like,
Jenner of the
yeah.
Democratic Party.
Exactly.
Kinda is.
Whoa.
I'm so frustrated. Look, I have no issue with Beto O'Rourke or Mayor Pete. To the extent that they're just like every other candidate,
Right.
they have every right to run.
Right.
I don't believe that you need a narrow race. I think the more people are in the race, the more ideas are in the race, the better we are. And if somebody like the governor of Washington is a one-issue person, you know what I mean, or if somebody has a lot of issues, them being in the conversation drags us to the left, hopefully. In 2008, Al Sharpton was in the race. Other people were in the race that dragged us to the left.
Right.
I think that's okay for a primary. I think that's the point. What's frustrating me isn't that. It's that Mayor Pete and Beto O'Rourke are somehow moving to the top.
Yeah,
Right.
for no
Wha-
reason.
for no
at
reason.
all. Except that they give good optics.
That's it.
Because
Yeah.
Mayor Pete, I'm sorry, kind sir, if he was not a homosexual,
Would we even be
we
talking
would
about
not
it?
even. I don't know, because he's a mayor from a very you know,
From South Bend, Indiana.
South Bend, Indiana,
Right.
and he's in turmoil. And I think that, you know, when you look at what's going on in South Bend with racial dynamics and everything, also even the economy, why is he a front runner?
Right.
Why? He's
has
shown
played
them
a
nothing.
huge part in it. Just like I think the amount of press and attention that you were able to maintain in this is going to be the difference, which is why it's really important that Elizabeth Warren does continue to do different like outlets. Like Elizabeth, come here. Like we'll talk. Let's do.
Oh,
like,
she
you know,
gonna come. Mayor Pete's gonna come. They all gonna come.
They gotta come because I think it's really important. Again, to your point of pandering to Black people, to make sure that like at the end of the day, you talk to us too.
Right.
You see us, but don't just use us for views. Don't just go on the Breakfast Club just to get a viral interview.
Right. Yeah.
Make sure that you have a plan in place as well. Don't just talk about it because it's a hot point.
And that's a great point. And I think Black people held Mayor Pete in South Bend accountable, because when he left the presidential campaign trail to go talk about gun violence. Somebody had just been shot in Indiana. And they were like, don't just come here when you're on the presidential campaign, bro. Like, show up.
Yeah.
Do you believe, they asked him, do you believe Black Lives Matter?
He's like, are you asking me that?
Right.
Are you asking me that?
Right.
It's like, yeah, I just asked you that,
Yeah.
Mayor Pete.
Yeah.
Answer my
Right.
question. So we have to
Yeah.
do a better job of making sure that we are also holding these people accountable and not just them running away with our.
And I will also say this about all of these folks, right? You know, and I think, you know, everybody that's your skin folk ain't your kin folk.
Fact.
Right?
Yes.
So, you know, just because someone's a woman, just because someone is a part of LGBTQ community, just because someone is a minority, doesn't mean that they still have empathy and compassion for those spaces.
Yes.
Right.
Agree.
You know what I mean? Because Clarence Thomas is a Geechee like my daddy.
Right.
We are so
He the opposite though.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to be very careful, and I think that that's what I want everyone to know. Because like people will run on these things like, well, I'm a woman, so you know,
I gotta.
of course, I'm for women, and women should vote for me. But if you're voting against women's best interest, then why am I rocking with you?
Exactly.
You know, and you know, so I mean, I could go off on about all the 53% of white women that vote against
For Donald Trump.
Hello.
Trump.
Wow.
So yeah,
But
these
my
are
favorite
things,
thing also was seeing how the moderators had to bounce back from that audio technicality issue that they had.
Yeah.
Because if you guys watched within the 2 hours last night, they transitioned to Rachel Maddow and Chuck Scott. What's his name?
Chuck Todd.
Chuck Todd.
I mean,
No?
No,
Chuck-
that's a different guy.
Chucky. Chucky.
Yeah.
right.
No, not Chuck.
Not?
NBC host. His name
Yeah,
will
he's
come in a
an
second.
NBC host.
Chucky.
Sorry, but Rachel
Need
and
to-
Chuck were there, and at one point, everyone kept hearing audio, and they thought it was the audience. So they was like, "Yo, fam, chill out. We trying to do a panel here
Right.
with y'all's candidates.
Yeah.
Can y'all pay attention?" And then they realized it was the last panel of moderators that were still had hot mics. So thank God you couldn't understand them. But we literally lost like 2 minutes because they had to go to commercial break.
Yeah.
But they recovered nicely, and they were able to really. I feel like moderating. Would you ever want to do that? Moderating like a
Oh,
presidential.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
It's a hard job.
It's a hard job,
They was
but
talking
it's
over each
a
other.
big responsibility, and a lot of times like hurting cats, because you can tell them, look, you're out of time.
And they still go.
They still go because they want to get that. They want to get their applause line and
Especially if you got somebody
punchline.
like a Biden in the running or someone like a Trump.
He ain't gonna believe
Like
it.
I think we're gonna see Biden run amok tonight.
Oh, he's gonna go. It's gonna
He's
be crazy.
gonna run
putting
amok.
up 30?
But I think
Oh, he putting up 30 and
putting
20.
up 30?
Oh, it is Chuck Todd, by the way. Yeah.
Chuck Todd.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go nuts. But he's also gonna try and look above the fray.
Right.
He's gonna laugh at them. He's gonna dismiss them. You know, when I was the Senate Foreign Service Committee, when I was vice president, when I was president of the Senate, and I had to do
think
X, Y, and
Kamala's
Z.
gonna hand it to him though.
Kamala better come ready.
That'll be interesting. This is her moment to shine. We saw Julian Castro last night emerge a little bit
Yeah.
after being low in the polls. We've seen Kamala not move up the polls because of Mayor Pete
Right.
and because of Beto O'Rourke taking more space than her. I think this is her moment to shine.
Agreed.
But people are going to have questions for her about
course.
her criminal justice record,
Right.
Yes.
about foreign policy, and also just about what her plan is for black people. The same thing everyone else has. I'm critical of Kamala Harris just like I'm critical of all of them.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that sometimes Kamala Harris gets held to a more scrutinous standard
Of course.
than everybody else. She likes war, she likes this, she likes that. Yeah, they all do.
Right.
They all want to lock black people up. It ain't like she the only one that's like, that's locking black people up.
I don't think she likes the block.
No, but I'm saying, but that's the critique, right? Is that she likes to lock people up. Well, if you think Kamala likes locking black people up, what you think Joe Biden is doing
right,
there?
exactly.
I mean, like,
He
don't just
broke
give it
the
to
crime bill.
Yeah,
Right.
So
He's
don't
the
just give it to
author.
Kamala.
He's a Shakespeare of the damn thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
Like,
know.
He's the Zane of the crime bill.
Yeah.
He's the
Zayn.
Zane, yeah.
Wow.
He's the coldest winter ever.
You brought Zayn in.
Hey.
Can we move to something more serious?
Speaking of Zayn.
Because since you bring Zayn in, I'm going to move to more dignified matters.
Okay.
The Kardashians. So
Good segue.
I'm just saying, some interesting stuff happened today. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Bevy's a fashion aficionado, so we wanted to talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian, because earlier this week, there was another little fashion moment. She launched her new shapewear line. It's called Kimono.
I mean, after,
You
okay,
might.
we got a
A
monitor.
centuries old garb
Yeah.
from Japan.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the problems y'all see immediately, which we're gonna talk about, the internet saw too.
Okay.
Because with it, social media started lighting her ass up for appropriating Japanese culture. They had one hashtag, Kim Oh No.
Yeah.
OH.
I love how
Yeah.
creative we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're ready on the fly.
Right.
Kim, my problem is you have so much money, so many teams. This seems like it was intentional, like an intentional way to upset people so that we would be talking about it, so it would trend.
No, I don't believe that.
Because I'm like, how many people in your room are like, yeah, kimono sounds great, yeah.
Ma'am, everybody in the room. You know why? Because as we know, the people that are in positions of power, they most times have absolute power because they're paying for everybody that's sitting in the room.
That's
and no
true.
one
Right.
wants to pay for people that are going to tell them no. Most people don't want to pay for people to tell them no. People want folks in the room
Yes, people.
that are sycophants that are like,
Great
oh my
idea,
God, that's
girl.
so
Right.
genius.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God, yes, do
You
it,
brilliant.
lady. You're
You
brilliant.
amazing.
But
Yes.
I'm like,
Keep
Kim is
going.
all trying to be in law school and trying to be woke and trying to be of the people now. I would have hoped that now she would have had an actual person in her camp that is able to speak to her honestly, because she's
Right,
been
Kanye.
a brand for she's been
Right.
Walt
Nope.
Disney, Steve Jobs.
Yes.
She's been a brand for
Shakespeare.
so
Yes.
long. These mistakes
The Bard.
Right.
are
Robert
honestly
Townsend.
too silly.
This is everybody.
Yeah, so I don't know. I get why Japanese people feel away. It's like,
Yeah.
fam,
Yeah, of
like we've
course.
been wearing kimonos forever. They actually have meaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
I love that whenever a Kardashian does something, we act like it's the first time. So like, whether it's braids, cornrows, baby hair, now it's kimonos. I just feel like there's this way that they don't understand the world operates outside of their universe and that culture exists
Right.
outside of the Kardashian bubble. And it's frustrating at times. And to watch people constantly appropriate culture really frustrates me. But then I wonder, is Kim getting too hard of a critique? Like, it seems like she never gets it right. Do we look for ways to get mad at her more than other people?
But that was the point I was gonna bring up too, because is there a difference between appropriating like that and somebody like, because I saw somebody on Twitter be like, well, Wu-Tang Clan is all non-black dudes, and they based off of a
But you know,
Chinese
remember
kung
that
fu flick.
appropriation is about who has power.
Right, right. So non-black dudes do not have power.
Not them, not. Old Dirty Bastard had power over nothing.
Okay.
So, rest in peace, ODB.
Right. Agency over food stamps.
That is
That's
right.
true.
That is
That's
right.
true.
That is right.
But yeah, like, so, I mean, I think that people will always argue that kind of thing, but again, appropriation is about who has the power. And so, yeah.
That's true. And no one is walking around thinking that Wu-Tang created anything Asian, whereas when particularly powerful white people take over everything from saris to kimonos to cornrows. They reshape it, they rename it and act like it didn't exist before.
Yes.
And that's the difference, I think, than what's happening with like Wu-Tang or something.
Right.
And there's a history of them taking cultures
Right.
over and acting like they deserve the credit for it.
Right.
It's called America.
Yeah, there it is.
Right.
Here we
There you
are.
go, Jameer.
But so what do you guys think? Obviously, we all know that Kim K has had work done on her body. What do you?
Do we know
Is that a fact?
I'm not doing this. Do
Okay.
we think that
Allegedly.
it's a little?
She allegedly had,
Allegedly.
where I don't know if she technically has, and so we're unsure. I don't know if that's been confirmed. I don't.
I mean, Kim's had work done on her body. I thought that was I thought that was
I love you. You're like, well,
She said, I seen that ass.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I just know if she's publicly said it. You know, for legal reasons, I just
Right.
want to.
Okay. So she's allegedly, obviously, had work on her body, and so I would like to. I said alleged. I said allegedly. I said it. I said it.
I stand with you, Gia Peppers.
Thank you. But no, do you think it's misleading for her to sell shapewear when her said shape might be a little enhanced?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
can't answer that. I don't police nobody's body.
Right, but I think
There's
too
nothing
that
wrong with it.
I
She
think we
look
have,
good.
but I think we have to remember this too. Like now in this day and age, everyone that we're seeing on Instagram, most Instagram models and things like that, people have had a little help from doctors all over the world.
Yes. Shout out to Dr. Miami.
Shout out to Colombia.
Okay.
Shout out to Miami. Shout out to Brazil.
All of them.
All the great doctors. Shaping and molding bodies one
Booty at a
booty at a
time.
time. But so we see a lot of that. And they're all selling skinny tea. They're all selling waist shapers. They're all, Delicious was just on her. You know, Delicious. She was
Yeah.
on the Flavor of Love. She was just
Take the smile off your face.
I was a big fan of Flavor.
Yeah, of course.
Because of Delicious.
I mean,
Well,
I
she
like
is-
the show.
She's
She
a
is
gorgeous
quite
girl.
delicious, but she's just on her on her Instagram talking about a new waist shaper that she has, and she says, "Now, yes, of course, I did have a tummy thing, but they sent me home. They sent me home with a shaper, but this shaper is much better."
See, I can
she
appreciate
talked about
that.
that.
Right.
You
But
know
to
what I
me,
mean?
don't get like 10 stomach surgeries, and then come out and tell me your new Pilates line, and make me
Right.
think that if I do Pilates, I can look like you. For me, it's just about the
Right.
representation.
Yeah.
People can do whatever they want with their bodies. I have
Right.
no problem with,
Yeah.
with any kind of surgery, any kind of augmentation. That's your body, it's your choice.
Absolutely.
And I have no problem with people selling waist shapers and slim teas.
Right.
But don't make me think that if I drink this tea,
I'll look exactly like you.
Right, because you took the tea to look like that and you didn't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Right.
So with Kim Kardashian, if we say if Kim is selling something and you think you're gonna look like Kim from wearing that, I mean, people should be smart enough to know that at this
Right,
point.
right.
But at the same time, I feel like there should be some honesty
Absolutely.
from the celebrity. That's all I ask.
Everybody panders.
Exactly.
That's what I've gathered.
And it's not that Kim doesn't work for her body, because we see her in the gym. She does work out. It's not that she doesn't work to maintain it. So I do want to say that I don't like hate Kim K. She's whatever. She's Kim.
we love-
She's around.
No, don't put
She's been
love.
Love is a little strong.
she's in
I'ma just drink my
this
coffee.
space,
Okay.
and she is a
cool.
person that we all see all the time.
She's human.
Yes. Right. She's around.
Right,
I don't
she's a
have no
person.
hate for her.
These are my
but-
intros for you.
But I love that.
Oh,
I
I
actually
see.
think the shapewear line is a smart thing, because shapewear is so like important on like red carpets, when you're going to nice events.
No, it's so prevalent. Like even
Yeah.
you have like
I think it's smart.
Even J-Lo was just spotted. She had like a Spanx.
Beyonce.
You know she's in impeccable shape.
Right.
J-Lo was in impeccable shape. So even women that you wouldn't even think have any issues are wearing shapewear.
Yeah,
It seems
and there's
like
nothing wrong with that. It's
Just don't call it kimono.
Exactly.
Right,
My
that's it.
problem, it could have
That's
been
just
like
it.
something, Body by Kim K. It
Right.
could have been something.
Yeah.
Almost anything but kimono.
Almost anything.
And I think
Or,
she did
or
sell. She
don't
is
sell
selling a kimono.
Adi. Don't say Adi.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then that's cultural appropriation.
Right. What about Lil Kim? Could she do that?
No.
Like,
No.
Lil
She
Kim.
would
like,
get
You
roasted.
think? Like her bodysuit?
I almost want her to do it just to see what would happen.
Yeah, it make you Lil
And
Kim.
then we can make sure Lil Kim streams get.
Right.
Baby, your show, I know you did your shameless plug earlier, but say it again.
Oh, my Sirius XM show,
Yeah, that one.
Revelations, daily, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's drive time.
Yo.
She knew exactly where the camera
That's
was.
exactly. And she had the camera face. I love
We
it. I
have you
love
on
it.
page 6.
Oh, yes. Now you can catch me on page 6 TV as well.
I love you on page 6.
It's nationally syndicated, so it's all over the place.
That's why
I
I
have no idea what time it comes on.
Check your local listings.
It's like a local listing.
Yeah, that's how you
All right, before we head out, I want to check in one more time on social media. Earlier, we asked who was the biggest loser in the Democratic debate, And some people wrote in. Tina McKenna on Facebook said Bill de Blasio was really good. Check him out. Real life experience, black wife and child. Yes, he reminded us 74 times.
Several times.
Wild 50 tweeted, let's call a spade a spade. I don't know where this is going. 2 communities were getting pandered last night. Hispanics, like why was everyone trying to turn this into the Telemundo channel? And blacks. Corey lives in the ghetto. De Blasio has a black son. Enough with the pandering.
Yeah.
I don't know if that viewer is black or white.
Yeah,
If they're white, that might be racist.
Yeah.
They're like,
Either way, they said what they said.
solid. Solid. Bevy, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you. It's over.
We got more.
few more.
That's a
Got
good
more
question because
on
we have
Twitter.
something called the refill.
Oh, good.
That's right. So you stay right here. We're going to have a little bit of the refill, but we're also going to have you go to Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube. Go to the Black Coffee channel and subscribe. We're here every day, 10 a.m. Eastern. The conversation, again, keeps going in the after show. It's called Black Coffee, the refill. So meet us over on Twitter right now. See you.
Yeah.
Yes.